Barakatah Yahweh, Barakatah Yahweh Shai, Barakatah Yahweh, Barakatah Yahweh Shai, Barakatah Yahweh, Barakatah Yahweh Shai. All praise unto Yahweh Shimi Yahweh Shai, Wahara Kakadash. Double honors unto the apostles of Great Millstone. Honor you brothers that be pushing this truth in sincerity throughout the four corners of the earth. So this is gonna be a quick video, and basically is based on the title here, and pretty much I haven't done any further research into this topic, but I think the title is a good title. I think this is a beautiful title, and it encompasses the spirit that is upon Esau, and the spirit how he's conducted himself since the inception of his being on the earth. Okay, that is to say, through bloodshed they was gonna live upon the earth. Okay, so I mean I'm just going straight off the title here. I haven't even read the article, and I'm not gonna do a study into the whole situation that happened within Serbia. But this is certainly, this statement encompasses Nato. Okay, which is part of which is the beast that the harlot, which is America, sitteth upon. Okay, but this is the spirit, okay, that Esau comes in. Okay, basically they go out here, they're looking to establish order through the most amount of chaos that they can conjure up, which is going to be through what? That World War III. So let's start off here within the book of Genesis, the 27th chapter. And you know what? Let's go to Revelations. Was it the 6th chapter? All right, I think it's in the 6th chapter. So bear with me. I think it's going to be a more appropriate precept. Okay, so here we go. It's got to be here somewhere. Okay, so Revelation 6 and 4, it says, and they went out another horse that was red. This represents Esau. Okay, because who's the red man? Who's the nation of red people? The book of Genesis, the 25th chapter. Esau came out red all over like a hairy garment. This is the nation. Edom is the nation of red people. Because why? Because Esau means what? Wasted away. Because the pigment was wasted away. Therefore, you could see the redness in his skin. Okay, so it says there, and they went out another like a pig. You see, when you look at a pig, you can see that redness, man. They went out another horse that was red, and power was given unto him that sat thereon to take peace from the earth, that they should kill one another, and there was given unto him a great sword. So this is very descriptive of the way of Esau, how he moves. All right, so it says, and I'm gonna read a little bit of this article, but really I'm going off of the title, because I think this is a good title to show you what this man is all about, which is that great sword that he was blessed with, which is death. He's about, he's made a business of killing people. Okay, so it says, we bombed you to save you. Nato head Stoltenberg speaks out about 1999 bombings on a visit to Serbia. Although many people in Serbia hold painful memories of NATO's 1999 bombings of their country, it was in fact done precisely to protect them from their own government. NATO Secretary General Jens Stoltenberg said in Belgrade, and he was answering about the bombings and about the NATO campaign against the government of the former Serbian president Milosevic. Okay, during a meeting while with students at Belgrade, and pretty much like I said, I don't know too much about I don't know anything about this whole situation, but I do know a few bits about how NATO is conducting themselves within Syria right now. I do know a little bit about how NATO conducted themselves, NATO and the US and NATO rather more conducted themselves within what's it called, Afghanistan, Libya, and so on and so forth. So basically what happens is they create an unstable government. They usually send an agent provocateur up into the midst of the government, or they might not even do that. They might just paint the whole leader as a bad guy. So right now, what's this guy Assad is committing war crimes against his own people, and upon what's known as unsubstantiated evidence, these dudes are up there bombing the hell out of the Syrians because they're saying Assad is the one that's committing war crimes against his own people. And pretty much when you check out the death count, I'm pretty sure the amount of people that they're accusing Assad of killing is less than the amount of people that they've killed right within Syria, because they're so-called saving the Syrians, man. And this is how this man conducts himself. All right, he goes out there killing, and he puts a spin on it. Okay, let's go into the scriptures. His words were smoother than butter. Okay, smoother than butter, and that's how they conduct themselves. Okay, they put a sweet spin onto it. Okay, they put this sweet spin onto it. But the reality of the situation is that they're inwards, these swords that are drawn. The book of Psalms 55 and 21, it says, the words of his mouth were smoother than butter, but war was in his heart. Okay, his words were softer than owl, yet swords were drawn. So they shake your hand, they smile at you, but really in their mind, they're thinking, look, you don't even know what we're going to do to you. And that's the reality of the situation when you're talking about Esau, the rulers, the elite banking families, the so-called Jews that rule this world. That's their mentality, man. It's death first, okay? And then that's when they're going to establish their so-called reign or whatever. You check out what they did out there within America. They're so-called talking about civilizing the world. Oh, you check out the Greeks. Alexander, the so-called Greek, he's supposed to have civilized everybody, right? But you know how much people he was killing, man? All right, the scripture talks about how he made many wars with people within the earth, man. So this guy was a warmonger. He was a killer. All right, and this is who this world holds in esteem. A Christopher Columbus or Christopher Colon, okay, a so-called Jew who went out there into the Americas and so-called found America when there was people already living in it, was a mass murderer, man. Okay. He was a mass murderer. You're talking about Assad's a so-called criminal. This dude was a criminal of the highest order. Okay, and the reality of the situation is that's the mindset that's carried forth out here by these so-called leaders of NATO and the so-called Western Edomite world. Okay, they're killers, man. And until the Most High takes them out of the earth, you ain't gonna have peace within the earth. Right, because guess what? The scripture says when we was in the book of Revelations, the 7th chapter, what did the scripture say? It says, unto him was given a great sword that they should kill one another. So if until that great sword is removed from the earth, you was gonna have mass death and mass killings, because his blessing is distorted. See, when you're blessed with spirituality, the 12 tribes of Israel are blessed with spirituality. When you end up in power, people are gonna do spiritual things. Okay, they're gonna be into this, the earth, and they're gonna be vibing and living in harmony with nature and so on and so forth. But when you got a criminal living within the earth, then you're gonna have criminal activity happening. That's why everybody's in all kind of debt, trying to commit some kind of fraud so that they can come out of debt. That's why you check out all of these so-called great business entrepreneurs. They got some shady past, man. Okay, that's why you got it to where the greatest, the richest people on the earth, they're the most heartless, most ruthless. Hell, they got a saying out there. Okay, they got a saying out there that if you ain't ruthless within the business world, you ain't gonna make it. So here it is, you're a nice person, so-called nice person, trying to take care of the earth and all of that. Man, they're gonna eat you up alive out there. That's because the leaders, like the scripture says, as the leader is, so the people that follow him are gonna be. Okay, so continuing in this article, like I said, I don't know too much about it, but I like the title. Okay, maybe it will lead into something juicy. All right, so it says that, and he answered questions about the bombings and about NATO's campaign against the government from the former Serbian president Milosevic. Okay, during a meeting, with students about Belgrade, and he says, "I stressed that we did this to protect the civilians, and to stop the regime." As quoted by the local media, claiming locals have painful memories of the event. So NATO wants the silence and the Belgrade to look into the future, and also boasted of an excellent relationship between NATO and Serbia, adding the military bloc respects the Belgrade's decision to join the alliance. And still, he maintained that NATO wants to be Serbia's partner, etc., etc., etc. I mean, you can go into that, whatever, and they might say some other stuff about the relationship. But like I said, I feel like that was a good title, all right, to do a video on, because that encompasses the spirit that is within Esau. Okay, especially when we went to the book of Psalms 55, where it talks about how peace is spoken about. And whatever the relationship between NATO and Serbia is now, that's irrelevant. The point still stands. They'll go out there and they'll make certain wars, okay, with different peoples. And after they made those wars with different people, they go out to establish their own order. Okay, just like how they say they got a relationship with NATO, that's because what? NATO's gone up into there after they bombed the hell out of them, and they've established their order. And that's what's going to happen. That's what they're going to try to do with this World War III. Okay, destabilize all the governments within the earth and establish their one. Okay, so with that, I'm going to say, oh, praise unto Yahweh, Shimi Al-Shai, Waharu Kakadash. Double honors unto the apostles, a great millstone. On the she brothers that be pushing this truth in sincerity. Shalom.